This is Jeff, Kelly's father.
When you've been living together for so long, there's all sorts of things that are, you know, big and small, that are tied up together between you. There's all kinds of, all these kind of, these little loose ends, which they don't seem important when you're going through all the big emotional stuff. And those are just the kinds of things that will just kind of trip you up later on. What the mediators can do is they can probe all those bits and pieces, like you know, like joint bank accounts that need to be sorted out. You might find yourself saddled with a debt that's not yours, you know, that might belong to your partner. A friend of mine, for instance, it didn't go through mediation, and his wife went off with all the money.
Well, when everything was going fine with the relationship, well, you don't think ahead. I mean, being a pensioner, it just seems so far away. But Jeff had been paying into a pension for 15 years, and I had no pension provision. So I had absolutely no chance of making it up, however hard I worked.
With the help of the mediator, we were able to look a bit more carefully at it, really, I suppose, on both sides. And basically we came to a more equitable arrangement, whereby my wife got a bit more equity in the house, and that just seemed fairer all round.
First line.
What happens in mediation is that people come along for an initial meeting, either separately or together, and if it's together, we will see them both for a few minutes to tell them what's going to happen. We will always then see people separately, just for a couple of minutes, to make sure we understand precisely what their particular concerns are.
Moments for an opportunity for us, for me to just check out that I know what...
So that when we get back together again, we can talk about what their ideas are for the future, what sort of plans they would like to have, what's affordable, can they stay in the house, might they be moving, what can they do with their assets to make sure that their housing needs can be met, with the ultimate ambition of them being able to live separate lives but still be the best parents, still, you know, move on positively, optimistically into a different future.
The children, yes.
The classic one is dads wanting to see their children more often than the mum feels is needed. Think that the dad's not experienced enough to look after little children, doesn't know what to do with them. So often we'll go into great detail about what the children like, what the dad needs to learn. How do you entertain children? Do you go swimming? Do you go to the park? Do you watch videos? And so many men are really very, very keen to be brilliant dads.
A year ago, Peter and his ex-wife Sally couldn't be in the same room together. They had already been divorced for 7 years. This meant that the few agreements that had been settled at the time of the divorce were now unsuitable.
See how I feel? Yeah, I certainly do wish we'd known about mediation earlier, but the thing is, I felt that our relationship's problems were too entrenched for it to be useful.
Mediation can be useful at any time. It's never too early and it's never too late. It could be when the couple are first separating, or it could be much later, when the arrangements that they made at the beginning have to be adjusted because times have moved on in their lives and their children's lives. And family life never stands still, does it? Especially when you've got children and they grow up and they change and things have to be adjusted round their changing lives.
The situation's changed considerably since we split. I mean, an 8-year-old's needs are completely different from those of a baby's. I mean, when my ex was at home when Will was a baby, and I was away a lot, and I have to say it broke my heart. I just seemed to be working all the time, and I didn't have any part in the childcare. He's 8 now, and he wants to see me, and my wife's got a job. So we went to mediation to try and sort out some of these problems. At the beginning, it was really heated, because I felt I'd been betrayed, and it was quite hard work, but mediation helped us just to concentrate on all the practical issues.
At whatever stage you're at in the process, there is potential for emotions to run high. What might concern some people is that what is said in mediation might be used as ammunition in court.
Nothing that's said in mediation can be reported to a court if a court has to hear evidence about the case in the future. What's said, therefore, can't be used either for or against either of the couple. All the court knows about what's happened in mediation is the outcome. Either what they've agreed or that they haven't agreed. The only qualification is that in very rare cases where something comes up where it appears that a child might be at risk of harm, there may be things that have to be done, but they wouldn't normally go before a court.